What happened then at the end?
It was weird, really. He was 11, just turned 11, which is a reasonable age for a lad. But he still seemed in great health. But then I was about to go away to LA for about 10 days, as I do a few times a year, and I thought to me, he'd lost his appetite a little bit, and he looked like he'd lost a bit of weight. So I thought, before I go away, I'll take him to the vet and have it looked at. And they said he got a little bit of a temperature, so they thought he'd probably got some bug. So I thought, well, that's fine. And they said, what do you think? So, well, here, we'll give him some, give him some pills and stuff, and hopefully he'll be all right in a few days. So fine. So I was going to go away, and then I thought, well, I'll go. And my cleaner she's wonderful, comes in 3 times a week. But ever since I became on my own, it was difficult with having a dog, and because my boys were all doing their stuff, and my cleaner always has Snoop at their home. So I went away, and she texted me a few days and said, he's fine, he's great, he's back to himself, don't worry, he's having a lot of fun with our little dog. I went, great, fantastic. So I got home on the Friday, did match of the day on the Saturday, then I got him back on Sunday, and he seemed absolutely right as rain. And I thought, oh, he's normal self. My son Harry was staying here that night, and I got a knock on my door on Monday morning from my son, and he said, there's something wrong with Snoop. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, he's in his own bed, and there's all a mess, his own mess. I went, oh, okay, hang on, I'll get dressed. So I got home on the Friday, did match of the day on the Saturday, then I got him back on Sunday, and he seemed absolutely right as rain. And I thought, oh, he's normal self. My son Harry was staying here that night, and I got a knock on my door on Monday morning from my son, and he said, there's something wrong with Snoop. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, he's in his own bed, and there's all a mess. So we took him to the vet. We carried him there, and they said, leave him with us, we'll do a few tests. And then they gave us a call, and they said, we've seen that there's some internal bleeding. Now that can only mean one thing. And I thought, oh no, yeah, it's cancer yet. So they said, yeah. I said, well, so where am I with that? He said, well, we can do some ultrasound tests and see, how bad it is, etc. And we can do some lung x-rays to see if it's spread around the body. If it has spread to his lungs, there's not much that we'll be able to do at all. But if it's not too bad, sometimes with Labradors in particular, we can have a bit of success by taking out their spleen, and we might get 6 months, another year, which is, he's already 11. That would be decent. I said, okay, let's do that. So then I had to go to work. I was on the way to work. She called me and she said that the lungs look clear, she said. So that's a good thing. I said, so what's the next step? She says, well, we can't really tell whether it's spread inside to the liver, etc. But we can do an operation and have a little exploration, then work out what we do from there. So I said, well, if it were your dog, what would you do?
Good question.
So the vet said, if it were my dog and I could afford it, I would do the operation. And then if we find it's not too bad, we'll take the spleen out. And I said, okay, let's do that. So she said, we'll call you when it's done. We've got to take him to the surgery, etc. I said, fine. So now I'm at work about 20 minutes before I go on air, doing a live game for BT Sport for the Champions League. I get the phone call from the vet saying, I'm really sorry. The cancer has spread. It's in his liver. It's in his. There's nothing much we can do. So I'm just like speechless, really, and really upset. And I remember I had to go into makeup, and I went to makeup, and Sal, who's done makeup for years, goes, what's wrong? And I'm trying to tell her, and I 2 minutes before I go on air, I'm actually in floods of tears. And I remember saying to the vet, I said, well, she said, do you want to come and say goodbye? I said, I'm working.
Oh God, yeah.
so she said, well, you know, we can keep him comfortable if you'd like to come and see. And I said, well, I don't finish till, I won't be able to get there until midnight because it's really late. She said, no, don't worry, we're 24 hours, we'll keep him. Which I said, that's really kind of you. And all my boys went to see him, my cleaner went to see him as well. And I got there about midnight, and I was with him when he went.
Did you hold him at the end when he slipped away?
Yeah, I was holding him. Yeah, and I was it was upsetting, but I'm getting upset now. But it was upsetting, but I was glad I did it.
Your tribute to Snoop is it's a proper measure of the joy that he brought to your life.
And the love, you know, that's, you know, he did a lot. And I wish he was still here.